Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and yesterday I managed to buy a couple real beauties, really rare beauties too. I'm here on the beautiful island of Tenerife in the Canary Islands. It's nice subtropical climate, and I assume that all those were grown locally, or maybe they come from continental Spain. I bought at least one of them in a department store which probably gets a lot of its produce from continental Spain. But they all domestically produced, more or less. Well, what are those? Three quite unusual little citrus fruit. At first, I have here what I think is the round kumquat, Fortunella japonica. Not completely sure, those are not that round, but those are more round. And basically, yeah, they're a lot shorter, a lot more round than a normal kumquat would be. So I'm pretty sure it's the round kumquat. Please tell me if you think I'm wrong. The funny thing is this round kumquat has quite a geographical and climatical range. I found it grown in Borneo, where it's too tropical, too hot for the normal kumquat, for Fortunella margarita. There they grow Fortunella japonica. I also found it growing in the Alps without winter protection, except for the microclimate of the Italian lakes. So yeah, that's quite a range, folks, from the Alps mountains to the lowlands of Borneo. Yeah, this was in Tenomso, in the Borneo lowlands, not even in the Borneo highlands. Please tell me if you think this is not Fortunella japonica, but something else. Pretty sure it's the round kumquat, but I'll take any suggestions. Well, here we have the Lemonquat, a chance hybrid between kumquats and the lemon, probably a Meyer lemon in Florida. It's also known as the Sundrop, or what was it? Sundrop, Lemonquat, Lemon Drop, quite a lot of nice names. Here it was sold as Lemonquat. Please tell me if you think it's something else. There are so many hybrids in the citrus group, in the citrus genus, we must say right now, because the kumquats are being put in citrus now. They are not in Fortunella anymore, but still, lots of hybrids. I think this is the normal Lemonquat, and this is what it was marketed as on the market of Santa Cruz. But they make mistakes, I make mistakes, so tell me if you think it's something different. This incredibly interesting thing here. At first glance, I thought, oh, that's a red finger lime, a red caviar lime, like Microcitrus australasica. But then I looked, the fruit are quite short. Basically, a finger lime of that thickness should be at least as long as those two together, or even longer. And then when we opened one, it was definitely very sour, but there was no caviar coming out. It looked like more or less like a lemon or lime inside, except for being red. And so I think this is a hybrid between a red finger lime and a mandarin, between a red Microcitrus australasica and what was it? It was not the Ellendale mandarin, it was the... Oh, I forgot the name of the mandarin parent. Well, definitely the mandarin is also a back cross between mandarin and orange. Was it Ellendale, Merendale? Well, I'll put it in the description. Sorry, folks, I forgot the name. Well, definitely three quite unusual little citruses or microcitruses, which I'm really excited to try. Let's start with them. Hey, and the good thing is, they should all be edible with the skin. I hope nobody sprayed the skin with some nasty stuff. Let's try with what I think is Fortunella japonica. Sour flesh, sweet rind. That's typical for kumquats. Lots and lots of seeds in here. Big seeds too. I already spit 2 or 3 on the ground, but it seems like almost a third of the inside is just seeds. Rind is not too sweet in this one. With a lot of seeds, so not too bad, but not really good either. Now let's try the much bigger Lemonquat. Would maybe be more beautiful if I had cut them open with the knife, but now, since I'm holding the phone with one hand, I will not try to cut such a soft thing with the knife. It's much softer than a lime or a lemon. Yeah, quite soft. I hope it's still good. I think it's still good. Let's try it. The rind is much more aromatic, with notes of lemon, and quite pungent too. Also a bit more tough than in a Kumquat. Big seeds again. I guess you can make interesting seedling trees out of those and guess what the fruit's gonna be. It would be a nice experiment for someone who has a garden or a lot of pots. The inside is a lot like a lemon, sour. With a lemony or limey flavor. Could also be some hybrid with the lime, although the big size would suggest it's a hybrid with the lemon. A bit sour, but nice. Now let's look at those here. They might or might not be ripe because they're still pretty hard. I mean, yeah, the Kumquats, some of them are also quite hard. Those Lemonquats are really soft. This is even harder than the Kumquats. And look at that. It resembles a caviar lime a bit, but as you can see, the caviar doesn't come out readily like in a caviar lime. You can see that the parent is a caviar lime, but there's also something else in it. And also the rind tastes strange, chemical, not as nice as the rind of those two. Well, the juice is sour. The caviar comes out more easily than from a Kumquat or a mandarin, but not as easily as from a caviar lime. Since I don't think the rind of the caviar lime is considered edible, and the rind of the mandarin is also not considered edible. Makes sense that the rind of this one should also not be too tasty. Interesting fruit. I mean, I don't think it's gonna replace the mandarin or the lime or even the caviar lime. I think the caviar lime, where you squeeze the lime and the caviar comes out, is still much more interesting, but it's yet another crazy citrus hybrid which is being grown and marketed, so I'm happy I tried it. Yeah. And also I cannot say that the Lemonquat is gonna replace either the lemon or the Kumquat. I think the Kumquat is still superior. Yeah. Taste-wise, the Kumquat was the best. The Lemonquat was okay. This one was also okay. But apart from showing it off as another small sour citrus micro citrus hybrid, I don't really see a very big future for this beauty here. But still, it was nice to have an orange and a yellow and a red tiny citrus-like rotaceae for comparison. I'm happy I found them, especially since, well, it might look like there are lots of people on the beach and it's warm and sunny, but it's still winter. The weather is still good enough for the beach and for swimming in the sea, but there are very few fruits. So I'm really happy I found those here. So folks, those were the round Kumquat, the Lemonquat, and the Australian red center or Australian blood lime or red center. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful island of Tenerife. If you want to see my more fruit videos from the Canary Islands, I have a playlist with by now over 600 fruit videos from the Canary Islands. Check it out. And of course, folks, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.